Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy if you're new here, and if you are new here, thank you so much for coming. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. Today we're going to continue the intermittent fasting series that I have been doing on my channel. If you have not been following, you can find all the previous videos that give all the information leading up to today's video about intermittent fasting, kind of what it's about, what my journey has been so far, and where we're going from here. So before we jump into the numbers, I just kind of wanted to do an update of kind of where I was at in my head this week with intermittent fasting. So I felt really good so far about my progress and my journey and how things are going. This week, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little discouraged. Not because my numbers weren't moving, which I'll share those with you and you'll see that my progress has been fantastic. My husband has been doing intermittent fasting with me, which I feel very grateful for. I have discovered since starting this journey, and also just kind of in different areas in life, not everybody has support around them. Not everybody has a supportive partner. So I'm very grateful that my husband is supportive. He's actually fasting with me, which is fantastic because better for his health. He's got high blood pressure and like some just swelling, inflammation, arthritis issues with his shoulders, things like that. So he's got some health things that he definitely wants to address as well. And so it's fantastic that he's doing it. But I kind of found myself falling into the trap of comparing this week. I was feeling discouraged. I am down a total of like 12 pounds-ish, and we'll get to that more in detail. But since starting, which is fantastic. I mean, that's amazing. All I've been doing is changing when I eat, not even really what I eat, and I'm down 12 pounds. That's fantastic. It's more than I've been able to lose with anything else I've done. I did a complete elimination diet last summer. I stopped eating dairy, gluten, soy, sugar. I feel like there was something else that I couldn't have. Like I couldn't have anything. And I didn't lose any weight at all. Not a single pound. So we started out around roughly the same weight, and things are different for men than they are for women. It also depends on your individual body and what's going on. But I found myself comparing to my husband, and I was kind of like feeling bummed because he's down significantly more weight than I am. I've been like, please let me get under 180, and he's like at 173, and so that's fantastic for him. I'm really happy for him. I'm feeling really sorry for myself. Not really anymore. I'm not actually feeling sorry for myself, but I share this to share it's okay. It's okay if the person next to you is losing weight super fast. It's okay if the person next to you is barely losing any weight, but still feeling better. You can't compare yourself to other people in anything in life, really, but in intermittent fasting especially, because every person is different. Every body is different. Every person has different amounts of healing to do. They have different amounts of glycogen to burn through. They have different amounts of insulin resistance to deal with and to tackle. It's very individual, and it just very much depends on you and not the people around you. It's gonna look different for everybody else, is what I'm saying, or for each person. So my journey and my healing might take longer before I start to see a lot of weight loss, or maybe I'll just consistently slowly lose, and you know, he'll lose 5 pounds and then nothing for a week. It changes, and it varies from person to person. So if you're feeling down, if you feel discouraged, don't compare yourself to people around you. And I tell my kids this all the time, which I mean, and I'm guilty of doing it, so clearly I'm just gonna keep telling them, and hopefully it'll sink in. But you're not competing with the people around you. You're not competing to be better than your sibling. You don't need to be better than the person next to you. What matters is that you are better than you were before. You're competing against you. You're trying to improve against what you were at before, so that you're always making progress and you're always moving forward. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out there because, I mean, I was feeling sad that I wasn't doing as well. Like, maybe this isn't working, maybe it's hopeless. And then I sat down and I took the notes for this video, and I realized I'm doing great. I'm making progress, and I can't compare myself to other people. Anyway, let's jump into the numbers of where we're at for this week. So week 9, My starting weight was 193 pounds at the beginning of my journey. My average weight last week was 182.6, and this week I was at 181.16, which is down 1.5 pounds. That's fantastic. I've lost 1.5 pounds this week. For a total overall loss of 11.8 pounds in 9 weeks. That's pretty spectacular. Especially when I told you, remember, I eliminated all of these amazing foods from my diet and did not lose a single pound. Now, I've got thyroid issues, so my body has healing to do as well. It's got healing to reverse from damage from inflammation and just other things. So the fact that I'm losing 1.5 pounds in a week is fantastic because my body's healing too. So all good things. This week I'm down 2.375 inches, which is fantastic. You'll remember from my last video, that measurement may seem a little different than other measurements because last week I was on my cycle and my boobs were bigger, which kind of skewed my measurement. It made it look like I actually gained inches rather than lost inches. But that has gone back down, so it looks like maybe I lost a little more this week. Really, it's just my boobs not being swollen. But I did lose over 1/2 inch off of my lower waist, which is, again, fantastic. The inches are coming off. My total inch loss so far from the beginning of my journey to now is 20.625. So just over 20.5 inches, which again is fantastic. I'm feeling pretty good about it. My average fast this week was 17.4 hours. So about 17.5 hour fasts is where I came in. I always strive to have a goal of 16 hours. If I make it anything beyond that, that's fantastic. If I don't, if I'm feeling real hungry at 16 hours, I just eat. I don't stress about it, but I do try and make it to that 16-hour mark. Now, the longer you go in a fast, the closer you get to the 24-hour mark, the higher your autophagy is at, the higher it goes. So basically, autophagy is when your cells are regenerating and your body's healing. That's happening all the time at kind of a slow, like little just snail pace. And when you are fasting, the autophagy kind of starts ramping up and it peaks at about the 24-hour mark. So when you get to a 24-hour fast, that's kind of where you're at your peak healing point. So that is kind of a goal of mine. I do want to maybe throw in 1 or 2 24-hour fasts here and there throughout the week, or 2 a month. I don't know, just for additional healing benefits. So one final thing I just wanted to touch on really quickly before I wrap up this video. I have not up to this point been doing any exercises or like physical workouts or anything like that to help with the progress. I am going to start with some exercises to help with pelvic floor strength and abdominal wall strength, because I do have a diastasis recti, which is separation of the abdominal muscles from multiple pregnancies, and then kind of some pelvic floor weakness, which I am trying to resolve. So I'm going to start those workouts, and maybe that'll help with the progress. Maybe it'll ramp it up a little bit. We will see. But yeah, that's it for now. We gained somebody. Anyway, that's it for now. That is my week 9 update. We will be back next week with week 10 to see where we're at. I'll let you know how the workouts are going, and we'll share our progress and numbers from there. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Can you say bye? Bye. Wave. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.